Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a long time since we have sat down and done a chat spat, so I am very excited to be doing one, even though today is really the topic of today's chat spat. It really has me feeling some type of way, and it may be the hormones, maybe because I'm a mother, maybe because I'm just a human being with fucking feelings, who knows, but I'm pretty pissed off, and this is going to have some strong language because of the fact that, one, my children aren't home, and two, this is something that I feel so strongly about that I know that a ton of people have talked about it. I know that giving these people more light is ridiculous, but I think that in this situation it can be a good thing to put light on this kind of wrong. So if you want to know what we're going to be talking about and you want to know what I feel about this topic, then just sit tight and we'll get right into it. So as you saw from the title, this is about a channel called DaddyOFive, and they are a vlogging family channel. I don't even want to call them a family channel. This is so horrendous. It's so disgusting. And I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter. I don't regularly watch them, never did. And I'm glad that I didn't. Maybe I would have made a chat spat a lot earlier. Maybe something could have been done. I'm not big enough of a channel to ever have that kind of impact. But a lot of people caught wind of things that were happening on this channel, and it started being smeared all over Twitter, and then Philip DeFranco came out with his own video on it just because it was so wrong. If you're a parent, you can't watch this and just be like, it's just a joke, it's just for entertainment. This is a family vlogging channel where the parents and the kids pull pranks on each other, mostly the little boy named Cody, and these pranks just go way too far in my eyes. Way too far. They have one, and this is the video that really started this all, was an ink prank video, and and in this video the parents put invisible ink all over the floor, kind of mess up the kids' room, and then you see the mom screaming at the top of her lungs. I mean, like she was dying, like somebody had murdered the family pet. She was like tomato red. You could see the veins in her neck. She's screaming, "What did you do? What did you do? What the hell did you do?" Like swearing at this little boy, screaming at him. He comes running in. The dad, of course, is filming. "What the fuck did you do?" There's ink all over the floor, and the kid is obviously scared shitless, turning bright red, screaming, also defending himself. "I didn't do it, I didn't do it, I didn't do it." Freaking out, thinking probably that he was going to get beat, because the way that they treat their kids on camera, I am terrified to think how they treat them when the cameras are off. That's how bad it is. It wasn't so much just what I saw on camera, you guys. It was that feeling of, oh shit, if they show that publicly, what the hell is their life like off camera? Like, I instantly got sick to my stomach. And you may be thinking, oh, you know what, every family's different. You know, people talk to their kids differently. People raise their kids differently. That's fine. No, I get it. I get it. With just that video, it can be upsetting to a lot of people, but it can also be an instance where you're just like, you know what, there's all different kinds of people out there in the world. At least they're not beating their kids. Well, let's talk about a couple more videos. There's another video where it's shown that Cody kid, where the dad pushes him into a bookshelf, and this kid falls face first into the bookshelf. Now, it wasn't something that was as dramatic as it sounds. He didn't smash his face off the wood. You know what? He did fall into this wooden bookshelf, which looked really, really bad. He tried to say that, like, before that the kid was pushing him and all this, but I'm sorry, you don't push your kid back like that because of shit like that happening. You're an adult. He's like, what, 6 or 7? You don't do that. That's common sense. Then there's one that, this is what got me the most. And this is the one that my husband saw. And this is the one where he saw literally 15 seconds of this clip. He got so angry, you guys, so angry that he tossed his tablet and was like, fuck this. I'm not watching this shit. Like, and then he went off on a rant, which is what we're doing right now, is where the kids, they're playing this bottle toss game where, you know, that whole popular thing where you toss the water bottle that's like a quarter of the way full, and you have to try to land it on its bottom. And the dad makes up this whole thing, which he says the kids made up behind the scenes. Maybe so, but it kind of makes it even worse that he allowed it. But in the actual video, he's the one telling them the rules. And he says if you flip it and it lands on its bottom, then you're safe. If you flip it and it doesn't, then the person who messed it up has to get smacked in the face. And I'm thinking, oh, he doesn't mean that. He's not really gonna do that. You know, like no parent would actually smack their kid in the face or allow their kid to be smacked in the face. And if they do, it's gonna be like a little tap. And even then, I would find it very pointless and kind of just stupid. But, you know, not thinking that anything's really gonna come out of that. The little girl goes to throw the bottle. Little girl. She's younger than my daughter, who is 10. She flips it, messes it up. So one of the sons, who probably is a little bit older than her, I believe, I don't know, he goes to like smack at her, and the dad's like, what are you doing hitting a lady? You don't hit girls. You know, and at first I'm like, there you go. You know, like that's what makes sense. Even though this whole thing doesn't make sense, like at least he's saying that. But seconds later, he goes, but she's your sister, so fuck it. And you know, and this kid hauls off, I'm shitting you not, back like this, and bitch slaps this girl so hard that she hits the couch that's probably a foot away from her and comes up crying her eyes out, holding her face in shock. And the dad is recording this. He recorded this. Not only did he condone it happening, say it would happen, recorded that happening, that kind of smack, but then the idiot edited it and put it up on YouTube and pressed public. Why does anybody feel bad for these adults? And this is only a couple, you guys. This is only a couple that people came out with. There was so much more, and they ended up privating all of their videos, saying that it was Philip DeFranco's fault for making that video about them because now their family's getting death threats, and their whole family, even the kids, are so upset they're not eating. Someone tried to run them off the road. And I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure that before this, it probably didn't happen as much, but before this, you probably got some serious hate mail for the way that you ran that channel. I highly doubt that no one said a damn thing this whole time. This whole time. You were just small enough to stay under the radar. That was it. Now, do I think that it's right that anybody get death threats? No. I don't. I don't even condone hate at this point. But I think defending the children and standing up for what's right on a human level is always acceptable. And that's what we do here. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, go over there and, excuse me, bash them, go over there and threaten them. No, because that's stupid. What's that going to do anyway? Like, they really don't care. They're just going to use it for their pity card, their victim sock, as John Crazy Pants would say. But something has to be done. And usually when you talk about these things, they get a ton of exposure, and they have. They're at like 750,000 subscribers now, which is a ton more than what they had. But I think that most of those people are just in it for the drama. Once this whole thing kind of fizzles out, which they always do, I'm sure that they're going to lose a ton of subscribers, because I don't see people sticking around for that. That is horrible. They've said they've put out a public apology, wearing all nice clothes and everything, all different, and, you know, apologizing, saying they'll never make videos like that again, but I want their channel dead. There's not very many channels that I've ever just been like, you know what? They need to stop making videos. The mental and most likely physical abuse that is happening in this family publicly is so disgusting to me that I feel sick. And I had to come on here and I had to say something. I talked to you guys about this on Snapchat as well. I'm livid. It's been a week since I first saw this, and I still have not calmed down. I'm still boiling as to the point of, one, the people who can defend this channel and these people, and two, the audacity that those two adults have to do this publicly and think that it's okay. I don't understand it. I don't understand how they can get away with that, how CPS hasn't gotten involved, and I hate bringing up CPS. Absolutely hate it. But in an instance like this, I'm sorry, but help those babies. Help those kids. And as far as I know, they live in Maryland, I guess, and the CPS there has been contacted and is involved, and they just hadn't seen any of their videos. They didn't know about it, so I guess those are being reviewed, hence why a lot of people thought they put their videos on private very quickly because it was evidence, which I'm sure, yeah, it is. And yeah, you're in deep shit because everything stays on the internet. Go ahead and private it. Go ahead and delete it. Everybody's got those videos backed up, and I'm sure a million people have sent them to the Maryland CPS. And for good reason. You know, even if it's not founded, even if the children stay in the home, maybe this is a good reminder to people to not use your children online for money. And that's exactly what this is. Because when he tried to first defend the fact of what they're doing, he made a video literally right up in the kids' faces. Are you abused? Are you unhappy? You know, just right in the, like, you put a kid on the spot, especially being a parent and an abusive parent of any kind of degree, the kid's gonna be like, no, 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 no. And that's exactly what the kids did. They are so brainwashed, so conditioned into this lifestyle. And then he goes on to say, oh, well, my kids have this, so they can't be abused. And he makes a list of materialistic items. Xboxes, tablets, iPods, a whole bunch of stuff. Well, that's funny because you know what? I've known a couple of abusive parents in my time, and they did the same exact thing. They bought their kids silence. Just because you were able to buy your kids materialistic things, probably as a buy-off for the thousands of dollars they made you with you abusing them on your YouTube channel, does not mean that the abuse is still not happening. Duh. I really want to know what you guys think about this. Exploiting your children on YouTube for money. Whether your kids are okay with it or not. Especially when they're young children who are not even teenagers yet. And, you know, doing stuff like having your kids smack each other in the face. And I mean extremely hard. A girl. Extremely hard. Shoving them into bookcases. Literally traumatizing them by making them think that they are in the worst trouble of their life for a prank video. I mean, this kind of stuff disgusts me, and it's a whole other topic. It's like a whole nother section of topic to talk about, is how do you guys feel about that? The exploitation of children. Like, I feel like that happens a lot with the toy unboxings that people do, where they set their kids down and make their kids open up toys. And these channels are huge, into the millions, you know? So you know that that source of money that little kid is making is something that the parents do not want to go away. So when that kid doesn't want to film that day or even that week, or he doesn't want to do it anymore, what do you think the parents do? When that's thousands of dollars a month, maybe even $1 million a month that they're missing out on. How do you guys feel about those kind of channels? How do you feel about that happening? I mean, I really think that they're, you know, if YouTube, as strict as it's getting, is allowing this shit, it makes me so mad. Like, I have skincare videos being demonetized because they're not ad friendly, but this family, these kids being abused, is ad friendly. Shove it up your ass, YouTube. That's what I have to say about that. But I'm just so angry about this. I'm so angry. But if YouTube isn't going to do anything about this, because their channel should have been wiped clean. You're not allowed to make videos on our platform anymore. That's what should have happened. If they're not going to do it, then I think the communities as a whole need to. So I commend Philip DeFranco. I commend anybody who makes a video about this channel and spreads the word. Do not support them. Do not watch their videos. If you want to stand up and verbally say something, make your own videos, use other social media platforms, reach out that way, but don't go on their channel. These people deserve nothing. If you're subscribed to them, unsubscribe. What are you doing? These are children. These people are making money off this. But that's really all I want to say, because I'm just so frustrated. I don't want to scream at the camera like it's them. But I have babies of my own. I have a baby in my stomach. And I have two children. 2 children. 4 and 10. I don't even like to show them on camera. I barely do that. I could never imagine doing that. I could never imagine videotaping. I couldn't do that to my kids whether I had a camera in my hand or not. Whether I was offered thousands of dollars, I would never speak to my children like that. And I have a sailor mouth. And I still wouldn't speak to my children like that. I would not swear at my kids in anger and make them traumatized and allow them to abuse each other just because we're gonna make some money. How do you guys feel about that? I really, really, truly want to know if you guys know about this. If you don't, you've probably heard enough in this video to at least come up with your own opinion about the exploitation of children on YouTube. Let me know how you guys feel. I really just want an open discussion about this. I want to know everybody's opinions down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for sticking around while I rant and rave and swear and freak out, because I just cannot take this. I feel traumatized myself just watching it, especially as a hormonal pregnant woman who has children of her own. I'm so disgusted. I want to see this channel taken down. That's how bad it is. So leave me your opinions down below in the comments. Make sure to thumbs this video up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.